Don't mind me.
I just went
Go
like,
live, Dan.
two friends.
Okay.
saying
Wait.
things.
Wait. We have to explain to the people listening that we were trying to test your microphones, and then Dad had the brilliant idea to have Brian and Dad sing alternating verses to a completely made up song. So
Actually,
ahead.
this song was not my idea. I just thought that we should take turns saying things so we could compare the loudness of the microphones, and the song was spontaneous.
I'm trying to see who has the louder microphone.
I say things.
And you say things.
That still means that I say things.
And we don't know who's louder because we can't hear those things.
Everybody!
Oh!
Everybody now. You know the words.
You have to tell us who's the loudest speech because we can't hear ourselves. Oh!
And if you don't tell us who is loudest, we'll have to ask the elves.
And I don't know what that means.
That would be bad if we had to ask.
But I know a couple of things. There are things you guys should know. I sit near the mistletoe. It's the wrong holiday for me to say, but the elves always know.
My green screen isn't working anymore, you guys. Am I the loudest now?
If you make the green screen work, it's probably going to mess up your audio again. That's my guess.
Changing a visual affects how loud you are.
Probably.
All right, everybody, right now, take this moment to text 2 friends and invite them to come and watch.
And have them text 2 friends.
And then text 2 friends. And we have to figure out which of us is the loudest.
The loudest. Now I'm going to go in elf voice for the day.
Because we are doing really interesting improv in the sound check. Tell them that.
I had a comedian buddy of mine. He that's basically amplifying his voice.
He had this little thing about him where he almost had like an elf voice. And one of his favorite things he would talk about religion. He's like, I don't know about religion. I'm afraid I'll pick the wrong one. What if I die and I meet Zeus? You know, the only thing you could say is, holy crap. And they'd be like, you didn't believe in me? He's like, well, really? No one did.
What in the world?
Like my brother, when he used to get a bubble in his throat, and he'd be talking, and then mid-sentence, if he'd get a bubble in his throat, he'd be saying like, "Oh, because that happened the other. Hey, I got a bubble in my throat," and he'd always say, "Hey, I got a bubble in my throat."
Ah, the bubbles. Ah, the bubbles. Scary.
Always hey.
I'm going to read you a scary story.
Bubble in my throat.
Hey, like he would notice it the same time you would notice it, because he would be talking, and then all of a sudden it would pop in there, and then he would go, "Hey, I got a bubble in my throat."
And then he would keep talking until it went away.
Until it popped.
I keep talking with my bubble in my throat. And
it sounds really weird when you got a bubble in your throat. Oh, there, it popped.
So I think that would be a good voice to do like a scary story in, you know.
Once upon a midnight dreary.
All right, I'm gonna.
While I pondered, weak and weary.
And
nevermore.
Go.
Gonna kill the room, gonna talk some smack. Cutting it down like a lumberjack. Come take a ride in my Cadillac. Kicking it live on the radio. Everybody got a right to know. This ain't my first rodeo. Hit the spotlight, here we go. Are you ready for the show? Are you ready for the show? Are you ready for the show? Are you ready for the show?
Welcome to SCQS, everybody. If you're new here, tell us this is the first time you've ever been here, and Brian will say something in his elf voice just for you. That's something we haven't done for a long time. You should do it every week. If you were new, we would welcome you with some voice.
Some weird voice.
Did you hear that? That was my text message I sent just now.
I heard it. Yeah. Why are you?
Because my husband's interrupting us in the middle of the show to talk about another comedian. And so I said, not now.
Stop talking about other comedians. Look at my green screen.
Scary. It's a very scary green screen.
On my throat.
Oh, no.
There's
Man.
Brian is down there tonight. He's been candy corn free since 1973. And
hey, go to whichever channel you want to go to, Sherry, and we will put your comments up.
We will find
Some
your
people are even on
comments.
Facebook.
And
Remember when we told the Facebook people we weren't going to broadcast to Facebook anymore because we?
I know, and then we went back to Facebook.
It's just Sarah mostly. Sarah, don't you ever get lonely on Facebook? Don't you want to come over to one of the YouTube channels and stick it to the man?
right.
There's other people you can talk to. Look how loud I am now.
Very loud.
We adjusted my microphone, and that's why my green screen stopped working. So
Suzanne's tired
It's
too.
scared it green.
I was going to try to stay awake during our show.
Yeah, I'll do the same. We're all tired.
You try to stay awake.
We'll all
Let's
try to
do
stay
that.
awake.
Let's all try to stay awake until the end of this show.
I just want to point out, and I started to say this before we had to fix the microphone situation before sound check. I made a suggestion last week after last SCQS in our little Telegram group with the comedians. I was like, you know what I think we should do is because people are having a hard time with like screen addiction and like, you know, logging off of social media. They have their phones in front of their faces all the time. We should dedicate an episode of SCQS to helping people overcome their screen addictions by making it as boring as possible. And I feel like everybody really did not like that idea, but now here we are today, tired, and it seems like the right opportunity. It seems like God is telling us you just need to be as boring as you possibly can.
So play When Would You Eat This? For an
Right.
hour.
Or just fall asleep. Just take a nap right here on live
I was
YouTube.
Or watch my Dry Bar special.
I was just about to say, boring is not really something we generally have to work at on this show. That's our default position.
See? You see what my husband understands where I'm trying to go with this.
Right. He looked for a nap. There's Luke. Luke and I did a show at a library last night, you guys. So just about the time you think that your life is
Just when you
taking
think
a
you won't learn
weird
anything
turn.
new and interesting and fun from the internet,
Yeah.
you got that little bit of information.
You haven't,
did
you
a
know,
library
when you
show.
feel like you've hit that pinnacle and there's nowhere else to go but down. Boom. Library show.
Well, what I want to make clear to people who watch my and Brian are the exciting life of comedians from outside. You look at us and the lives we live, and you think, wow, every moment, every waking moment for them is full of laughter and fun and excitement. Every show that they do, every time they step on stage,
Do you think
it's just
people are
magical
so confused
ovation.
about that?
Yeah, glitz
Because
and
as you
glamour.
said,
Glitz and glamour.
we have been doing this show, SCQS, for long enough now that I think probably the illusion
Everybody
has been
knows.
broken. The
Okay.
secret's out, cat's out of the bag. But I do
Well-
like the fact that like everybody on the internet is trying to do their song and dance routine. You know, it's the smoke and the mirrors and the high energy, and everybody's like, look at me, we're funny, we're interesting, here, spend your time here. I feel like if we just kind of said, no, you don't need to.
I would
It's
also
not
like
a
to
matter
see-
of not needing them. It's a matter of
You don't need to. Not we don't need you.
Oh, I see.
Just we're not going to pressure you. If you want to keep scrolling, keep scrolling. Everybody's always like and subscribe. I say you don't
Do
have
what you
to
feel.
do that.
Yeah.
Don't bother. And
I always like when they live stream to make it look like their lives are perfect. And I was like, I would love to see a live stream when like your 16-year-old is saying, I hate you, and slams the door, like that would make for a fun live stream.
Well,
That would not be a very long live stream. That would only take a few seconds.
Well, then you'd be like, "You get out here!" Just record the whole thing, the whole blow up.
It would go like, okay, kid gets mad, slams door, parents look at each other, and then they get a tub of ice cream and they decide to continue watching whatever they're watching, like whatever thing they've, and then it would be about an hour and a half of that, just watching a show.
it'd just be watching a closed door that had been slammed 45 minutes ago.
No, you would forget about all that and you'd watch the television. And that would be the whole night.
Well, they could follow that along, and then you go back and go, "Are you ready to come out now?" And be like,
We could have a show that's just us watching another show.
"Yeah."
Is that what you're saying?
Right. But they do that too. That's what I'm saying. That's not even unique. What nobody's tried before is just getting on live and just telling everyone, please stop watching this. Nobody likes this. You don't have to watch this. You have so many better things to do. Nothing interesting is going to happen tonight. You are better off somewhere else. Why are you still here? Look, you haven't
don't like and unsubscribe. That's what I say. Don't like and unsubscribe.
Don't like, hate and unsubscribe. That will be our motto. Hate and unsubscribe.
We have a live stream where we just berate people for watching our live
Berate
stream.
them. Look, the viewer count just went up. Did you see that? It just went up while I was talking. I'm telling you, there's something.
We just increased 10%.
That's right.
Look, don't you have a real life to lead? You do, don't you? Well, stick around, but only for a moment, because we'll tell you all the reasons that you shouldn't watch any further.
We thought about this a lot, and there is no reason for you to be watching us. Here's why.
It'll be like that William Shatner SNL episode, Mm-hmm. What is wrong with you people? They're just going to say, get a life. You've taken this thing I did as a lark several years ago and turned it into a colossal waste of time.
Right. You don't have
What's
to be
wrong?
mad, but as a friend, everybody's struggling. Everybody's looking for ways they can unplug and get back to looking at people in the eyes, face to face. So we could just be like, we're here to help. This is a positive and uplifting way to just realize, wait a minute, there's no reason for me to stay. I don't need to stay.
Just bring me up to full screen for a second. That's what we need to do. Need to go.
I don't know how to do it.
Here we go. I do. I know. Here we go.
You've reached the end of the internet. You're done. Go home. Go away. There's nothing else. This is the final wall. There's nothing else here. You've hit this point. It's time to go back.
You're done.
I love it. No, because you know what? Research has shown that being bored is good for people. That's the angle. We're helping you because being bored, it stimulates creativity, doing really, really lame things, and it makes you have to problem solve better. If you get too much stimulation from the screens, then you start to lose the spontaneity in your own mental, your thought life. So this would be what we would do. We would just intentionally show, instead of bright colors, here, let's dim the lights a little bit.
Is my neighbor's yard work coming through the mic?
Yeah, a little bit.
Watch.
Perfect. That's perfect, Brian.
There we go.
This is the kind of stuff nobody wants to hear.
You watch SCQS when you want to be alone with your own thoughts. You watch our show. Yeah.
And we'll have regular moments of silence, maybe working up to a full 60 minutes. You started with silent stand-up. We would just keep expanding.
Yeah, it would just be silent. No stand-up.
The stand-ups would be silent, too.
First it would be silent stand, and then we'd work down to silent.
Right. Yeah, I don't like it.
All right. Well, how big's the show then? Since you want to entertain people.
I'm not
Not
happy
big.
about it.
Don't worry,
big,
everyone.
Not a big show at all.
John has a
It's terrible.
plan for a really big show. He's going to
super
just
small
keep
show.
you entertained
It's-
from beginning to end.
We're just going the opposite way, right? It's just
Well, you guys, if you thought this was going to be a typical show, you're wrong. Typical show represented by this silly mastodon. Tonight's show looks a little something like this.
What is
It's the
that?
opposite.
It's
It's a person being loud.
just breathing into a microphone.
Keep going. They've seen that. They've seen it. What else you got, John? Come on, keep it snappy. Come on, internet. Go, 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 go,
Dance,
go.
dance, monkey, dance.
Hey, don't scroll away yet. We have to give a
Wait, I
shout
have
out to
many
our...
interesting things to say.
Wait a minute.
That's right.
I'm still going to keep being interesting. We have to give a shout out to our clickers. We have to shout out to the clickers. So
Here we
play that
go.
song, and we're going to
it's a
make
very
gestures with
interesting
our
song.
hands. and Everything.
Cliquers will make us cheer. Cliquers are why we're here.
You're on your own. You have to do it all by
Cliquers got
yourself
mad
tonight.
skills. Cliquers will give us chills. Cliquers are all the rage. Cliquers are live backstage. Cliquers are fresh and clean.
That's Skipper.
Cliquers are lean and mean. Cliquers are on the scene.
Oh wait, I had to bring it up. Hang on a second. Don't get bored
This
yet.
is
Go, you little buddy.
It's the clickers of the week. This week, in no particular order, while we love all of our clickers, we're going to give a special shout out to, you're going to recognize these names. It's Juan DeVivo.
Juan DeVivo.
Juan
DeVivo.
Juan DeVivo and Taylor
Mason, a very popular member of the SCQS community.
Do you know Taylor Mason is a clicker? He is.
I love this, Suzanne. Yes.
What?
Silent
What?
walks where you just walk without earbuds in or anything else. I'm telling you, it's going to be trendy. We're going to be ahead of the curve for once, Dad, if you will just trust me. Boring show. Boring show. Boring show.
It's like when people walk through like cities and they don't say anything, they just walk through the streets.
Yep. Because they're trying to train their brains to be
There are people-
silent.
There are people who do like reaction videos, right? And that's basically them watching somebody else do a thing.
No, because they're watching somebody else do an exciting thing. So it's like, somebody's really talented with music, or somebody fell down and got hurt. It's like they react to something. So it's actually double the stimulation because you're watching two screens, the thing that was exciting, and then the person having a funny reaction to said exciting thing. Way too much. We
So
need,
you're proposing less than
paint
that.
drying. Right.
There's a whole uptick in what they call mundane games, which is like Power Wash Simulator, Farming Lawnmower Simulator, where people just sit and play these games where there's not much to do except use a power wash.
I
can't
saw
tell you how
Lawnmower Simulator.
validating this is. It's confirmation that I have my finger right on the pulse of our culture.
And I can tell you, Power Wash Simulator is phenomenal.
I bet it is because I love.
You've talked
to
about
watch
that several times.
Yes, but that's how good it is to just do nothing.
You just wash things.
Yep, and it's very relaxing, very satisfying.
Mm-hmm.
Except when there's like a little speck of dirt, like underneath a bike, and you're like, where at 99%? Where's that last speck of dirt?
I saw a Lawnmower Simulator earlier this afternoon, and I thought, is that really a thing? And I went and looked, and like the things that they talk about are, it's like it simulates real life
I've seen
lawnmowers,
it because like you get
Toro
upgrades for
and-
your lawnmowers, right?
Mhm.
So like if you
Yes.
have to get into the taller grass, you have to have a bigger tractor for that. So you have to mow enough of the shorter grass in order to get enough money or points or whatever to upgrade.
But then you
So-
literally mow a yard. You like with the
No, you
yes,
don't
you
literally
do.
do that. You just use your finger and you like trace the little.
you virtually
Line
mow
on your
a
phone.
So
yard.
we should do a reaction video to someone playing Power Wash Simulator.
No, that's too much stimulation.
Oh.
We need to just go out and literally mow Dad's lawn. Just one.
That's too much stimulation.
No, that would
one
actually be
line at a time.
that would actually be immensely interesting to most people because I use a real mower, like the one with the
Ooh.
cylinder, and people would see
I
that
know,
and go,
let's just talk about
"That is
mowing your
super
lawn.
interesting." Ooh,
That's
yeah,
more like it.
which we're already doing
You got
that.
a good start. Yeah.
See, Ochi's got it right.
This
Yeah, but
I
just
like it.
just imagine me doing the pushing a mower around. Okay, well, I have to stop.
I enjoy
Make it
power
nice.
washing, but don't enjoy cleaning my house.
Mm-hmm. Let alone a T-Rex costume. Simon and I watched the Tyrannosaur mowing video again today several times.
Halloween
If
tradition.
people are already watching, I feel like that's a pretty good indication that it's the wrong direction. I think we probably need to take it down even more and just see if
We've
we
got
can.
more viewers than we need to have.
What I want to know, and I want to look it up one of these times, is there a channel of people watching paint dry? Like a YouTube video of people watching paint dry?
I have not seen people watching paint dry, but I have seen a video that was 10 hours of paint drying. Mm-hmm. It was a wall, a camera set up on a tripod staring at the wall.
And they're watching paint dry. And so your proposal is that once our viewer count reaches 0, we've succeeded. We have done
well, yeah,
what we set out to do, to drive away every last viewer.
Because we want
and
them
it keeps
to go
going up. Look,
outside
and it just went up again.
and get some sunshine. We want them to go out and shake people's hands and talk to their neighbors and things.
Right.
And so,
So
yeah, if we can convince them.
We're doing something wrong as long as there is an individual watching us.
They can take our stream with them and put it in their pocket, and so they can still continue to hear us. But there won't be a whole lot to hear because we will all be practicing our long stretches of silence.
So why would they want to take us with them?
For companionship,
As a thank you, right? As a thank you for helping them break the chains of addiction to their phones.
But how are we going to know that they're not watching us?
They'll tell us later.
Right.
Like they can log in for just a few seconds at a time. The same way that you set up your evening white noise, or you turn on, your air conditioner.
This is not well thought out.
Yeah.
Okay, they'll log in. They'll say, "Hey, thanks. We'll see you tomorrow," and then they'll just leave it playing for the night. It'll be hugely successful.
Okay. It's Oakstober. I'm looking for the thing.
Oh, do you want me to play Oakstober?
This is the thing that does it's Oakstober, you guys. This is the last week of Oakstober.
You just really flashed that up there like it's not worth more than a glance.
Well, put it. Do we have another one? We have an animated one, don't we?
Oakstober.
It's Oakstober. Terrifying musical interludes. There. Really look at it. Savor it. Pretend like you have nothing better to do.
We'll just leave this up for an hour. There we go. Just leave that up for an hour.
We have a video that we're going to play. This is our friend and colleague, John Thomas Oakes. He's written tons and tons and tons of music. But during the month of October, because it's scary, we feature him. We feature him and his scary music. I don't even know what music we're playing tonight. So you
got to pull it up. I don't think you've heard this one before, Dad, but you got to pull it up because I'm on the other screen to push play.
I haven't heard it before.
I don't think you have. Are you
right.
ready?
I'm ready.
Okay, here we go.
I can't hear it.
I hope it works. Can you hear it now?
Yeah, now I can.
That's good intro. That's a great song intro.
Welcome to JT Song of the Week. I'm JT. It's October, friends, and you know what that means. A scary song every week. I wrote this next song with my good friend Brian Woodbury. I hope you enjoy it.
But don't enjoy it too much.
That's right.
No.
There are a lot of Brian's here. I'm getting like, am I in this?
I dreamt I was a murderer, returned to the scene of the crime. Like a creepy tale from Hollywood for the 100,000th time. I searched for what I'd overlooked, for clues I might somehow have missed. Then I found the corpse had disappeared in a classic film noir twist. I I scoured my brain for evidence. I couldn't remember a thing. And the only hint of homicide was my conscience trying to sing. I woke up cold and out of breath. The guilt, it was all I could feel as I played the dream in memory, convinced that the murder was real. But I have never killed anyone, at least not that I can recall. So I interrogate the fantasy that sold me on taking the fall. The accused profess their innocence. They affect an insouciant stance with their alibis and cover-ups. They don't leave a whisper to chance. But what of the blameless penitent, remorseful for deeds never done, who believes himself the trigger man, though he's never handled a gun? I learned a lot from the cinema, to root for the underdog lead, where that troubled, dark protagonist has the ethical code you should heed. But the code is painted scenery, propped up with a tired cliche, where I dream that I'm a murderer and the feeling won't go away.
Bam.
Okay, I feel like I'm dumb because I don't understand what that song was about.
You don't understand?
Mm-mm.
Well, then.
I mean, it felt to
hopefully
me.
you don't discover that you're a murderer.
Yeah.
Well, it felt to me like it was sort of a song that you would hear on Broadway, or that that would be part of a musical, and people who were smart would go, "Oh, yeah, this is revealing an important thing about," and I feel like I don't understand any of it.
Well, I will say that the voice actually sounded a little bit like Jack Skellington from Nightmare Before Christmas. Right? Had a little bit of that vibe to it.
So I have a question. Does anybody experience fear from being the last to know something, or feeling like they're missing out because others get it and they don't?
Yes,
Little-
I'm having that
little
feeling
FOMO?
right now.
Thing that you might get?
Little
Perfect.
FOMO, fear
Oakstober,
of missing
everyone.
out. Yep.
Fear of missing out because you didn't understand the lyrics of that song.
And that's
So-
terrifying.
And that's the
believe-
genius.
I believe, and JT can correct me, I believe that it's about a person going insane because he confessed to a crime he didn't commit. Or did he? And so that's the big hook. Is he insane, and he's so insane that he actually did kill somebody? Or is he insane and he confessed to killing somebody, which he didn't do? Either way, he's going to jail. He's taking the fall for a murder.
I have fear of missing out because I had to close the door for the lawn care going on, or the window. So that's brilliant, though. You write a song so scary, but the scary part is that you get fear of missing out because you don't quite understand what's going on, and you think other people do. So it's like this.
Scariest song you'll ever hear.
Because you won't understand it and everyone else will. And that's what's scary.
Yeah,
Surrounded by people who understand it while you remain ignorant.
I moved away for like 5-10 seconds, and I came back and I was like, I'm gone. I don't know what happened. I don't know. I'll just sit here and listen to the music and enjoy it.
Yes, Sherry is correct, and then 900 Miles from Normal corrected her spelling. It's kind of like the telltale heart, where somebody commits a murder and then their conscience like drives them insane, so they have to go and confess to it. But then he's still insisting, the person in the song is still insisting that it was just a dream, it was just a fantasy. I didn't actually do it. But then, if you didn't, why would you confess?
I have nothing to say about that. Is there anything that I will understand? And
Brian,
by that,
did you
by
watch
that question,
the Telltale Heart? Do you know what the Telltale Heart is, Dad?
yeah, I've heard it's a poem, isn't it? Isn't it like Edgar Allan Poe?
I don't think it's a poem. Telltale. Yeah, Telltale. I don't think it's a poem. I think it's a short story.
Well, it gets louder and louder.
Right, because he
kills a guy and then it gets louder and louder. Yeah.
Right, or in his wall somewhere. And now I can't remember. Now I'm confused between the Telltale Heart
and the people under the stairs.
What's the one about the picture of Dorian Gray? Is that another one?
That's not the same thing.
I know, but I'm confusing the two.
Right. And wasn't there a guy, like a guy who was raised by apes in the jungle, and then they brought him into the...
Oh, yeah. The Jungle Book.
Tarzan. Or Jungle Book. Jungle Tarzan. Tarzan book. That's it. Tarzan book.
The Telltale Tarzan.
So what I would understand is whether or not Brian has a hat this week. Do you have a hat?
No.
No hats. Okay.
No, but I did wear one
That's
yesterday.
just as well, because if you did, it might be a little too stimulating and interesting for this episode. And we oversold the boring level if we're not careful.
You know, my favorite part of this is none of this was planned. And we're just rolling right through with it.
I know we've done a solid 30 minutes of absolutely...
Of nothing. Right.
It's like Seinfeld, the show about nothing.
Right,
That's
and it worked for them for a long time.
Yeah, like 10 years, something like that.
Yeah. And the mistake that many people make is believing that it was literally about nothing.
No, the mistake that you're making is thinking that we can't make it happen in a world that has too many flickering pixels. We can take everything down, take the audio down, visual stimulation down, just perfect the live silence.
I will do my part to try to make things uninteresting and dull by playing What's in the Package. A little game that I invented a while back. We've played another version of this. Basically, I'm going to give you a section of a package, and you people, my beloved daughter and Brian, and the Cliquers, the studio audience, if there are any left.
Do you remember, Dad, the time that we were at McDonald's when I was a little kid and you got me a Happy Meal? And on the Happy Meal there was a game that was like, what's in the Christmas present? And it was like, there was a tree, and then underneath there were gifts, and they were wrapped, so they were colored in, colored paper with like red bows on them. But they were like, there was like one that was like, there was like a perfect circle, and it was a ball, obviously. And then there was one that was like shaped like a radio with like an antenna.
The package.
And then there was one that was the perfect outline of a guitar. And I remember saying to you, you were like, well, can you guess? And I was like, yeah, I know what's in every single one of these. And then I said to you, how come when it's Christmas time for real at our house, I can't guess what's in the package this easily? And you looked at me and you're like, why can't you? And I was like, I don't know. It's way easier on this Happy Meal than it is in real life. I know for sure. I'm usually surprised at Christmas, and this is very simple. So, so you had to tell me it's because of the packaging. And so then when you said what's in the package, that immediately popped into my head, and I was going to say, a guitar.
No, I had forgotten all about that.
I like how you brought this up. You're like, my beloved daughter and Brian.
Just like, no, she was distracting me.
No, I interrupted.
My beloved daughter
and my beloved
And
friend Brian.
I was quick story. I was at a wedding party, and there was just three of them. There was the groom, the best man, and me. And that was it.
Huh.
And so the whole weekend we were out for like the bachelor party or whatever. He's like, "Yeah, everybody, this is my best man, or this is the best man." He was like, "This is the best man."
And Brian.
And Brian. Like, hi, I'm not the best man. I'm the worst. I'm the worst man.
This is my best man. This is Brian.
And he never caught on to how awkward it was. He's just like, yeah, this is the best man. And this is, the other guy.
It's Brian.
Yeah.
That's so funny.
This is a dude who doesn't have a role, a part.
Usually they would just call you both groomsmen, but I digress.
Ironically, I said this was my beloved daughter, but I had completely forgotten how dumb she was when we went to McDonald's that one time.
I was like 6.
So I'm going to say, so we're going to play What's in the Package. This is a game that that my beloved friend Brian and Mandy can play along with the studio audience. So if you have a guess, just go ahead and put it in the comment section. And the first package is this.
Oh, it's a guitar!
All right.
I knew it! I knew it before the picture even came up.
Uh-huh.
Oh, I know what it is, I think.
You do?
I think so.
Wait.
I think it's a tambourine.
Really?
Yep.
Okay.
I'm going to guess
I think
that it's
tambourine.
probably not a musical instrument at all.
Why would you say that?
Because it would... I'm thinking it looks like cheap... it looks like cheap packaging, so I'm guessing it's one of those where they promised a musical instrument and then inside of it, it's like made in China, and it's like a pair of nail clippers.
It's a cello. Just a cello that fits right in that package.
Or mayonnaise.
Mayonnaise.
Or something that sounds like musical instrument. What would
is
instrument?
a
Somebody
grand
would use the
piano.
word instrument for.
That's why I love this game
Like-
so much.
Well, an instrument could be like a medical instrument,
Like a hammer.
tweezers or something like that.
It is a hammer that whistles when you swing it.
Well, just to give you a feel for how this game is going to go, it is
Yeah.
a gun.
I called it.
A pellet gun. Musical instrument. All right.
So it's
So
a
you
rhythmic. It's a rhythmic instrument. Okay.
Guys, we're not even close. So
No.
far, you're doing terrible. Here's one. This is part of the package.
That is a picture frame, but instead of having a picture of a dog in it, it's a bride and groom.
No, it's going to be Tupac. Picture of Tupac. My dog.
How do you know it's a picture frame?
Because that's, why else would it say my dog on it? It's like they're selling it so that you can put a picture of your dog in it, but I bet the sample picture is like a couple or an old couple
It's a cello.
on the beach.
It's cello.
It's cello's going to. Everything's going to be a cello.
See?
I wish it was mayonnaise. So the picture frame thing, you guys got the picture frame? It's a baby. Jeff
picture of a
Jeff
bear.
Lane said a cat. Jeff Lane said a cat.
Gotta
So
be close.
there you
Yes.
go.
That's it. So somebody went viral recently
$5.
because there was a woman, a very young lady who had just gotten married, and she's telling the camera, "Okay, so my husband and I just got married. And my mom gave us a gift. It was a very nice gift. It's a photo album, professionally, arranged all of our wedding photos into this book, and it's very beautiful. But come take a look at it with me." And her mom is right there next to her, and her sister, which makes it all better because the mom is like scrolling on her phone, just kind of looking unamused, but she and the sister are like wiping tears out of their eyes. So she opens it up to the first page, and it's like an arrangement of 4 photos, and it says summer, fall, winter, and spring underneath them. And the photos are like her groomsmen and stuff like that. But like you go to the next page and it says like day at the beach. It's like her and her husband, under the arch and stuff. So she had not turned off the auto captions and she couldn't see them when she arranged it. But then when she had it shipped, it had captions on. And so the book that arrived had, and she was like, and this is my favorite one. And she goes toward the center and it was like her and her mom, and it was like all bundled up. And her sister was cracking up, and her mom's just like.
I actually used to work with someone whose cat was named Dog. She named her cat Dog.
Yeah.
It's probably a pretty popular name for cats.
My question is though, look at the price. It's $25 and it's 50% off.
Right.
We're paying $50.
Right. It used to be $50.
Oh, okay. Or they doing 50% off
50%
25.
off 25. I would have.
So it's $12.50.
Yep.
Because I mean that is not a large picture frame.
No.
Well,
it doesn't look very fancy. It just looks like your standard
a black frame.
Yeah.
maybe there's
can do a 3x5 picture in there.
There we go.
Only puke. That is a package of kale. That is a package of kale.
Only
Nope.
puke.
Only puke.
Sometimes when you try to think in terms of like a second language, you can get it, but
I would, yeah. It's probably safe to assume that this is a translation.
Well, I think you can see the Japanese, above it.
Yeah, you can see up above it. So
A little bit, yeah.
your task is to figure out what is.
okay. I think it's one hockey puck. It's the best I can do.
That's
You
a
think
good
it's a-
guess.
P-U-K.
Puke.
Hockey puke.
Solo. Only puck.
String
One puck.
beans, candy.
Otherwise, it might be solo something but I don't
Right.
know what it would be.
Mm-hmm.
One.
Nobody's.
Barf bag for
got it.
pregnant women. I guess it could be like, something for like anti-nausea medicine or something like that.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. It could be, but that would be almost.
Yeah, I'm still sticking with kale.
Okay, so Brian says kale, and a barf bag,
Sarah agrees.
kale chips.
I like kale chips, for the record.
What is a type of children's puke toy? A type.
Is it like fake puke, like a
Plastic
pile
vomit.
of plastic vomit?
Well, here's what it is. It's that. See those little
Nice.
things at the bottom? It's like some sort of
Like cereal?
Puff cereal or something.
some kind of a
Chip
Thing.
with cornflakes or
that you eat with that
eh.
whatever's in that can.
Oh, you eat it with what's in the can?
I guess. Why else would the can be there?
A nice tall glass of Marvin. Is that Marvin? What is that?
Or carbon?
Harbin,
Harbin.
icy cold Harbin,
Ah, nice.
and only puke.
You know, when I come in from a long day at work, I like to sit right back down and have myself some only puke. Wash it down with a nice cold can of Marvin.
Harbin or Marvin or whatever.
Marvin.
You're looking up Harbin, aren't you, Pete?
I looked it up and I can't find it. It's not Harbin.
How about
So
Marvin?
let's
Maybe it's
try Marvin.
Harbin. Harbin.
No.
I don't know.
It wants us to search for Ramoon because that seems to be. Maybe it's not Japanese. Maybe it's Chinese.
I tried to find what only puke was, and I don't know what that is.
Yeah, that's Chinese lettering.
Mm-hmm.
Chinese. Okay.
Yeah.
Let's do Chinese drink.
Are you sure? You sure it's not Japanese?
Harbin.
Uh,
Harbin. Harbin Brewery. I think it's beer. German yeast, 2-row malt, hops.
And
Sounds like
icy.
Honey bean
Only
crisp.
Honey bean crisps. Mmm.
It's probably pronounced PUK.
It's pronounced PUK.
Be careful. We're starting to be too interesting.
Yeah, dial it back, you guys. Dial back the information.
Just gotta lower that down, Ochi. There you go.
All right, here you go. What's in this package? Now there's
Is it
no
a
words.
foot spa?
It looks like she's in the toilet. She's just coming out of the toilet.
It's a giant plunger in case you get stuck.
Oh,
How many times have you been stuck in the toilet?
looks like she's sitting in a giant toilet.
You know what she had for dinner, Brian.
She Taco Bell.
Only puke.
You didn't sound dumb enough. Say it dumber.
She had Taco Bell. Cause like Taco Bell, like makes you like poop. You know? Get it? Cause like Taco Bell, like you poop when you eat Taco Bell.
You poop so much you just get in the
You
toilet.
just get in the toilet, and you just relax and wait for it to end.
Oh, what's hilarious! I'm just going to show you what this is, Brian. This is actually a toilet.
Yes. Yes.
Notice that it is less than half the price of the picture frame. You can have a toilet seat.
How are you supposed to use it? You lay it inside the bowl and you climb it.
I'm trying to figure out the shape too.
A toilet seat.
Look at her. Look at her.
She'll be there for
No, you can have Taco Bell whenever you want, because like Taco Bell makes you like poop, you get like diarrhea, it'd be like an explosive night, you know what I'm saying? Like, because you
this
poop,
thing
get
ought
it?
come with a Taco Bell gift card along with it.
All right, here's the next one.
That's chocolate.
Well,
That's chocolate.
I do not want to guess if it's not chocolate. Is it a place to hide a key?
uh-huh. It's a place where you can hide a...
Oh,
Yep.
Oh, golly.
Easter
When you said it
Bunny.
looks sitting in the toilet.
Cole. Oh, that's not bad.
Oh my gosh.
She's
Put up-
seen it.
They've seen it.
Giant
Sarah
chocolate
has.
bishop.
If
Giant
you said,
chocolate.
"Oh my gosh,"
No, but put up what Greg said. Greg Rhodes. He
bunny
says-
shaped chocolate. Oh yeah. I have seen it.
He
Whoops,
says
I tried
bunny
to do
shaped
it.
chocolate. And look at this, you guys. You look at the friendly bishop, the smiling sort of Santa Claus looking guy, and then you rip it open and find that demonic bunny.
Looks like he's been to Taco Bell.
That is such a hilarious repurpose. Like, it's like people who try to use their cake pans more than once, so they come up with creative ways. But like, at least they use different icing and things to actually redesign their cake to look like something new. That is literally just different foil across the outside.
It's just a chocolate bunny.
The chocolate is the same.
It's like we got a chocolate bunny that we couldn't unload these chocolate bunnies during Easter, and now it's Christmas time. What are we going to do? I know. We'll just wrap them in Santa Claus foil and send them to people, and they'll be good. All right, here we go.
Oh, more barf.
That is laundry detergent.
Powder barf.
That is laundry detergent.
Powder barf.
Powder barf.
Brian, you're nailing it.
Yeah.
Top loaders only, guys. Don't you try to put that barf in your front load.
That's right. No barfing in the front loader.
No.
How did you know that?
I could tell by the ring. That just looked like a laundry detergent. I mean, I did go to college. I majored in laundry detergent in college, and so. Yeah.
My gosh, you didn't even hesitate. That is laundry detergent.
That's what I like to read the back of that when I'm in my giant toilet bowl.
Right. See, they said don't put it in the front loader. Anybody commented on that? So, all righty. How about this? Barfy.
I'm sensing a theme. That is meat sticks.
like Slim Jim knockoff?
Kind of like Slim Jims, but
okay.
Yeah. Like dehydrated meat or something along the line.
Okay.
You know what's funny about it is in Jawan's absence, Brian becomes the confident first to speak. No hesitation. That is Slim Jim. Those are meat sticks.
Those are meat sticks.
Mm-hmm.
So is that not right?
Canned meat.
Don't buy the off-brand stuff, Fran. I think she meant Fran.
Well, it's barf backwards too.
Mm-hmm. Barf. It's barfy.
Oh, frap! I gotcha. Yeah.
We got meat sticks.
I thought she was just talking about brand loyalty. Like there's a guy in the house who's like, "Don't you go buying none of that off-brand stuff."
Don't you buy
Fran.
Fran.
I will not let you back in this house if you come home with anything off-brand. I want the barf and the barf only.
Lemon scented.
Ask for it by name.
We have chili, meat pies,
chili,
cake.
meat pies.
Oh, vegetarian meat substitute.
Mm-hmm.
Dog treats.
All right.
It does kind of sound like ARF, like like what a dog says.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Well, you guys are kind of in the ballpark. It is a meat product, but it's these medallions de carne.
Congelados. I'm going to look that up.
From Argentina. It's
I don't think
Argentina hamburgers.
I don't think that means a good
So
thing.
You think they're meat?
Beef medallions.
Yeah,
it means frozen. Okay.
Yeah.
Frozen.
Yeah, they're frozen and they're barfy, and you can ask for those by name too.
But also, it can be translated. See, this is what I thought. It can be translated congealed, which is why I was like, "Well, that doesn't sound very good." Speaking of barfy, here's some congealed beef patties.
Congelados barfy con queso.
In Argentina, they gobble up those barfy burgers.
No substitutes.
Mm-hmm. How about this? Mr. Pickles.
Is it an ornament?
Pickle.
Is it a Christmas ornament? Is it?
I'm not the one who picked this. I'm not the one who put it up there, John. I'm just reading. Thank you.
Well, I left the net weight there so that you could kind of
2.5 ounces.
Right. So it's a 2.5.
A lot of people are saying ice cream. Well, a lot of two people are saying ice cream.
Well, it clearly can't be a pickle.
Cheese sticks. Two people say potato chips.
That's a good guess too.
Chips.
That's a good guess. I respect that guess. It's way off.
It's gonna be like pickled beets or something, like some sort of like pickled like Funyuns or something. You know, it's gonna be something weird.
I think it's like a musical instrument.
You think it's a gun?
No, but an actual musical instrument.
So you think it's like a flute or something?
Yeah.
No. Perfume is another interesting guess. That would be hilarious.
When I'm out on a first date, I love the smell of
candy, candles.
Candy's a good guess.
And sup, Brian? Hey, I don't remember
Hey,
Eric
what's up, Aaron?
commenting before. You need to do your bubble in your throat
You need to
voice.
talk to
Hello,
Aaron.
my good friend Aaron S. Hi, Aaron. Good to see you. Sup, buddy?
Stop.
Welcome
Ask him.
to SCQS.
Ask him if he's ever had a Barfy burger.
Have you ever had a bar? Well, actually, you know what? He's a vegan, so he might have had a Barfy burger.
Air freshener's a decent guess too. I haven't seen anybody. You guys, these are great guesses, but they're a little too.
Earrings.
You're not outside the box.
Pickle.
Earrings. Earrings is yeah.
I
Makeup.
can't even.
Chapstick. Chapstick.
No,
Chapstick.
it's not chapstick. But that's close. Actually, that's so close. I'm going to give it to you, Mr. Pickles. Pickle flavored toothpaste makes your breath
pickle fresh.
It makes your breath pickle fresh, you guys.
That nice, clean, just ate a dill pickle sensation.
Like you just ate a pickle.
Now comes some bread and butter flavor, too.
Yes, it is pickle flavored toothpaste. It is. That was my favorite one.
It can't be that disgusting.
You don't think
Good.
so?
No. Where can we get this? And I will try it.
I bet
All
it's
right.
worse than
Brian
actual
is good.
pickle
Brian
juice.
is looking to find out where we get.
I can't
pickle
imagine
toothpaste.
artificial pickle juice tastes
And then
better
he's-
than actual pickle
He's
juice.
going to brush his teeth with pickle toothpaste on SKUs.
Ugh. See, I don't like
Cigarette
watching
flavored
people brush
gummy
their teeth.
bears. Those would be
That's
delicious.
so weird. You would think the opposite. You'd think you'd be able to find some gummy bear flavored cigarettes. But
Mm-hmm.
all right.
All right.
'cause You
Here's-
just showed. You can't. Oh, okay.
Here's the next one.
Oh, it's out of stock.
The pickled toothpaste is flying off
Oh,
the shelf.
I know what that is.
You do?
That is allergy medicine.
Mm. Mm.
Yep.
I am not going to say.
Complex.
Urinal.
Fabric sheet.
Yeah, like a
That's not bad.
dryer sheets. Yeah,
Mhm.
I could see that.
It's a decent guess.
I'm
Urinal
thinking,
cake.
I'm thinking it's more of like a
Mouthwash.
Drops
plug-in,
isn't bad either.
like a plug-in, like a Glade,
No,
air
this
freshener.
is totally medicinal. This is look, see that underneath the Visiavoe Duplinski or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
That is its street name, and then this is its brand name is Urinal, and then underneath is the scientific, name.
Yeah, people don't ask for urinal; they ask for
Right.
Oh, look at
No,
you guys.
I mean, I guess it's
Duplin-
the opposite. Urinal's
Look
the
at-
street name.
Yeah.
The scientific name's underneath.
Look at you
Right.
guys using the contextual clues with the plants and the butterflies, allergy medicine.
Yep.
I'm
which is
allergic to
why
butterflies.
I like cough drops, but they're like medicated cough drops, or maybe it's like a nicotine patch. Or
We
All
like
right.
butterflies, but hate the allergies that come with it.
It is a hot drink,
Oh,
you guys.
but it's a
That's-
medicinal one.
Even better.
it's
a
a
urinal hot
Urinal 30 plus urinal hot drink plus 12. So some of them have the medicine in them, and some of them don't. I'm gonna look it up.
I'm going to look up urinal.
I bet you it's a medicine.
Urinal hot drink.
It's probably like one of those cold and flu things.
Hot and cold drink for maintaining a healthy urinary tract. And that one's just been translated into another language. You could get it at Walmart.
Yeah.
Done. Brian, you're gonna brush your teeth with pickle toothpaste, and then you're gonna wash it down
Right after.
hot drink
Listen, you know you can't drink urinal right after brushing your teeth with pickle.
with pickle, right? All right.
It's like orange
we got
juice.
Any more of these? We got any more? I think we do. Snob.
Oh,
Ooh, that's like
paper
Spam.
towels. Paper towels.
Wow. Ooh.
Is it because of the package? Is that what it
Yep.
was?
Squeaky clean.
Yep. Snob,
Bing.
snob.
That's so weird the way they can get you with a font.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, shit,
All right.
that was
How
toilet roll
about?
cleaner.
That's it. That was the last one, you guys. So we're done.
Well, right on the nose at 8 o'clock too.
Don't have any more.
So, any other not too interesting things you want to add to this episode before we do the banners? Let's just have a 30-second yoga break.
All right.
I kind of
That's
like
fine.
it.
You know, I
Kinda
did. I
like
taught.
it quiet.
I actually taught youth group last week, and I taught about how awkward it is when things are quiet, and how there are certain people that just have this anxiety. The longer the silence goes on, they can't help themselves. They have to say things. They have to make noise.
It's
I'm
interesting.
one of those people.
It's interesting to me that Depeche Mode has a song called "Enjoy the Silence."
Tonight.
Stop it! You're being too noisy.